What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video, one of the most anticipated videos to the channel yet. Today it's gonna be short, sweet, straight to the point. I'm gonna take you guys into my humble abode and show you guys my current situation, my current home gym setup, and talk to you guys and give you guys a little bit more details and information regarding the thought processes that went behind this madness. Come check it out. So for this video, we're going to start our way on the right side, work our way to the back wall, wrap back around to the left side, because we have a lot of little details that need to be talked about and highlight some of the things that made it a little bit more personalized for me. So we're gonna start with the Smith machine. One trend that you're gonna see that's been consistent with this whole entire gym setup is maximizing space and efficiency. And how we do so, we get exercises, or better yet, equipment to maximize our exercises and the wide variety of exercises utilized on those machines. So check it out. So we have a Smith machine, and believe it or not, this only cost $500, and it was worth every single penny. And with this machine, you can get tons of things done. You can use an awesome back day, you can get a shoulder day, you can get a chest pump, everything in one. And that's something that I highly recommend for you guys if you are looking to follow suit when it comes to a home gym setup. So check it out. So I'm somebody who's very big on environment. That's why I actually currently still train at MI40 here in Tampa. For those of you guys who don't know about that, it's environment focused. We have some of the best bodybuilders in the world who still train there, who maximize their day-to-day preps, whether it's for the Olympia, top pro shows in the world, or if you're just somebody, again, who wants to focus on just surrounding yourself by like-minded people who just want to push you to get better, MI40 is that. And when I'm home, I try to recreate something that's very similar, right? So small details, right? So we have cast iron weights here that allow us to kind of hear that clanging and banging of weights when you are moving some heavy ass weight and you're feeling good, and you can't necessarily get that environment from, you know, the people surrounded by you. You want to try to maximize that, even if it's just the sounds, right? We try to maximize all senses in this home gym, and you'll come to find that out. Also, for my beautiful fiance who tends to love doing hip thrust, we have some big plates here. And also, honestly, to save the ground, you don't want to drop too much weight or a lot of weight here that can ruin a lot of the aesthetics of the cleanness of the gym. I know a lot of gyms that you guys might train at might see some ripped up flooring. I try to maximize or minimize that experience here, so these weights definitely help. Shout out to Better Bodies. They actually send me a ton of these weights, as well as the cast iron plates that, again, give me the best of both worlds, and you'll see that being a trend here as well. Shout out to Ghost. Brand new, sour green apple, absolutely amazing. Now, an absolute must in my home gym was being overly caffeinated. So here we have an array of my personal favorite Ghost energy drinks. We also have some Alani News, some Red Bulls for the rough days. Typically, we have waters, but the fiance doesn't like to restock after she takes. But all in all, this was an absolute must when it came here. This is one of my favorite as well. It is a see-through, and it kind of just adds to the whole aesthetics of it, keeps it clean, and I kind of know my options prior to opening it. So we also have our very own home speaker. I'm not falling, you're falling. We also have our very own home speaker, and again, small details, but making sure the environment is conducive to what you're trying to do, whether it's, you know, train hard, you know, grow muscle, whatever it is, you want to make sure that you can create your own. And that environment requires some Lil Wayne, requires some Lil Baby, and some other rappers with Lil before their name. Absolutely amazing. We bump some music. We have some cool neighbors in the area. They know what I do, and they know I'm a professional bodybuilder. So a lot of times they'll just walk by, you know, ask some questions, and again, it's something that adds that personal touch for me, and it goes a very long way. Another cool random addition here is this really cool, I think it's called Invitation, or I don't even know how to pronounce it, but it's a really cool light. Can you tell? Can you tell I'm in prep? It's a really cool clock, and it has a stopwatch, a timer, and I actually really maximize this when I get closer and closer to a show, because the closer I get, the more I tend to practice posing, and this allows me to put a timer on, hold my shots for a specific amount of time, and you know, have the timer go off and kind of reset it. So this is really cool for the home gym. And one of my clients, also one of my best friends, got me a nice little message note thing after his first ever prep. Shout out to Adam. But really cool, man. And again, personal touches go a long way. The next we have, which was a really cool addition, which wasn't necessarily a must for me, but I didn't realize how much I would actually enjoy it until it was actually put in here. So we also have a pretty massive smart TV. So we can have Netflix, you can have ESPN, HBO, YouTube. My typical go-to, I'll put on like the Olympia from last year as motivation, and then I'll start it up and kind of just use that and see some of the people, you know, who I'm going to be going against this year, and kind of just, again, keeping myself honest, making sure I'm doing everything I need to do and creating that environment for myself. So I think it's really cool and a huge, huge benefit for me for this prep. All right, guys, don't sleep on this. Now, I know it might seem a little bougie, but this is something that has been an absolute game changer for me in this prep. And not only for prep in itself, but to maximize space for the home gym. This set of adjustable dumbbells was sent to me by Better Bodies, who was the sponsor of this home gym. And again, without them, it wouldn't be half of the vision that I've created. It couldn't be brought to life the way it has been. But maximizing space and not sacrificing any efficiency is the definition of these dumbbells, because not only do they feel extremely fluid when you're doing any kind of movement, but again, it allows you to maximize space, whereas in a normal dumbbell set, it will take up maximum space, as you'll see in a quick second. This actually allows you to go from 4.5 pounds all the way up to 70 pounds. And what you see is what you get. Or is it? Because again, 70 pounds versus 4.5. So this is something that I highly recommend, especially if you're trying to maximize space and you don't have a 3-car garage like I wanted to get Megan. But this is cool, man. It's actually one of my favorite items in this whole gym. Next, some more storage space. You'll come to find out storage space is extremely important in your home gym. We also have a set of ropes for functional training. We have, look at this. This one's pretty cool. Look at that. So we have kettlebells that are also adjustable, very similar to the dumbbell set. That was also sent to us by Better Bodies. Now, the coolest part, the part that you really had to get creative for. And again, aesthetics is everything to me. Come on, we're in men's physique division here. So aesthetics is everything. So when you see what we did in order to maximize the space, the storage, the aesthetics all in one, this is the epitome. Check it out. I didn't think I was that far back. So originally, this whole space was taken up by a water heater. And not only did it take up a lot of room, but it really was not aesthetically pleasing no matter how you looked at it. And the way that we wanted to maximize space, and again, efficiency, because just in case, we're still gonna have to be able to get back here, worst case scenario. If the water heater blows or something happens, we have to make sure we're able to get back here. So me and my dad came up with an extremely creative idea to actually build a wall that was movable. So yes, this is not tied in by any means. It's just stabilized phenomenally, and we can put as max amount of weight on here as we want without fear of it tipping over. So these are simply pegboards that are painted, that are on 2x4s, painted, and to create more storage space, as you can see here. Check it out. Comes right out of the wall, and then it goes right back into the pegboard. And again, another way to maximize space, create efficiencies, and get the damn job done. I told you guys, it's gonna be a trend in this video. This whole gym is about maximizing space because we don't have the biggest space, but we have a lot of things that we need to do in order to stay efficient in a bodybuilding prep, especially the prep to the fucking Olympia. So we find a way, you get it done, and we're not gonna sacrifice our overall vision. And I don't think we've done that. And next, the one thing that every home gym needs, a jungle gym, a functional trainer, whatever you want to call it, this has been an absolute game changer. This allows you to hit everything and anything when it comes to specific body parts. So this is my favorite. You can hit chest, shoulders, back, biceps, glutes, hamstrings, quads, knees, shoulders, heads, and toes. Everything all in one just using this. And the best way and biggest recommendation I have, get multiple different attachments. You'll never really know how much you need until you're here and you're in your own environment and you're trying to get a little bit creative and use different variations to maximize your training. And don't sleep, guys, don't sleep. Bands have been an absolute game changer for my training as well, being in the home gym. Now, if you cannot tell by the sweat marks all over my body, we are currently located in Tampa, Florida. And Tampa, Florida, it's no joke. When it's hot, it's hot. Which leads me to my next talking point. Industrial fan. Originally, I was going to get two, caddy corner on both, until I realized the true power behind just one of them. So there's three different modes. You have fast, holy shit, and what the fuck. The what the fuck, we never typically use. Fast, we don't even typically use. But the first one is all you need, because it keeps the circulation and the ventilation in the home gym perfect. It keeps you cool, calm. It's a little bit loud, but it's worth it, trust me. Industrial fan, if you're getting a home gym and it's in the garage, highly recommend it. And last, but certainly not least, for the back wall section, we have our favorite cardio equipment of them all, our Nordic Track treadmill. And why this has been an absolute prep saver, for those of you guys who may know, I have recently torn my meniscus in my prep for the New York Pro. So this actually is shock absorbent. So it allows me to actually up the intensity and keep the intensity high with minimal poundage on the knee. So this has been something that I've been maximizing and utilizing ever since I actually had to walk away from the bike. This bike got me through the rest of my New York Pro prep. It's got me through my first pro win, but now I'm back with my first love, the Nordic Track. And if you guys are looking for a treadmill, something that has great value, it's gonna hold its value, it's also extremely user-friendly, and it has a lot of cool added, benefits built in. For example, you can meet with a trainer on here. You can get specific programs on here. You can track your data on here. Everything in one. The one thing I will say about these treadmills though, it has a 40 incline. 40. So realistically, it's not a 40 incline. Otherwise, you'd be literally walking like to go meet Jesus. But I don't know if I should have said that. We're gonna leave it in. But again, this is something that's been amazing. So typically a 40 incline is like a 15 on a regular. So just keep that in mind if you are going with this. But again, extremely user-friendly and saves your knees. So you guys have heard me reference environment a lot in this video. If you can't tell, environment means everything to me. It's not just who you surround yourself with. It's not just the people who've necessarily mentored you to get to the point where you're at. But it's also the people who have pushed the sport forward, who have made the dream that you're trying to chase a reality, and even paved the way to get there. And with that, I wanted to pay homage. So if you take a look here, I have some of those bodybuilders who have done just that for me on my personal journey, people who I've looked up to and watched on social media, people who have literally been to the same gym, who I've seen in person. The picture that you see here of George the Bull Peterson, this is at MI40 gym, the gym that I train at most consistently. And this was a really special moment to actually see a real live freak in person, and that kind of pushed the motivation and made me realize, I want to do that one day. And, it's gave me a life that I can never forget. And I want to make sure I pay homage to these people. Luke Sandow, Dallas McCarver, some of the people who I've all looked up to in this industry, who again have given me the inspiration and the motivation to push forward and to get better and to chase my dream. And these four people alongside of so many others, when I don't feel like pushing, when I'm tired, when I'm doing cardio, excuse me, when I'm doing cardio, when I'm tired, I just look up and I have that reminder, and they wouldn't stop. They wouldn't slow down. So that's just a daily reminder for myself. But back to the home gym tour, guys. Take a look at it. So we have dumbbells ranging from 5 all the way up from 50. The next investment in this home gym is going to be dumbbells from 50 ranging all the way up to 120s. Last but certainly not least, the newest addition to the home gym, the brand new home sauna. Come check it out. In this prep, recovery has been paramount. We've had a lot of investments based on recovery. We have body work weekly. We have physical therapy to make sure the knee holds up. And now we have an at-home sauna that's gonna allow us to decompress and allow our bodies to decompress after a crazy training session or your body's feeling extremely fatigued. This was an investment for the future, and the best investment, it was only $500. I actually got this on Amazon Marketplace, so if you're somebody who's looking for a home sauna or you get inspired by a home sauna based off this video, Amazon Marketplace is gonna save you some money. It's gonna save you some trial and error, and it's something that I highly recommend. It's pretty cool. Now, I will openly say this. It takes a lot of energy and power, a lot. So we have to make sure that we're getting a surge compressor, which is basically kind of where the energy gets funneled to, that doesn't flip the switch or a breaker in your house, which has been my case a handful of times. That's just simply because it's a big one. So we actually opted into the 4-seater instead of the 2-seater. I'm a bigger guy, I like more room. Me, Megan can sit in here and kind of just take it in. I didn't want to feel too claustrophobic. I didn't want to feel, you know, too close to somebody, I guess. And so we ended up going with this. This is pretty cool. So we still have to install the new stereo system that's going to go in here, but this bad boy can work up pretty high in terms of temperature. It has a little sectional here, so you can open up a slat so you can get a little bit of air.
You're trapped in there.
Well, yeah, because the thing's on top of it, stopping it. Come check this out. It's all in the fine-tuned details, all the way down to the rubber flooring. So check it out. And the black and blue theme throughout the entire gym matches the floor theme. It kind of brings it to life. A lot of people tend to miss the specs of it, but I think they see it subconsciously. That's at least what I tell myself with how much money I spent. But it is absolutely beautiful. The rubber flooring in itself is a game changer. I tend to drop some weight on here. I lift a little bit heavier, and haven't had one issue since. But all in all, this home gym is a little bit of me. I come in here every single day, whether it's cardio, whether it's to train, whether it's just simply to decompress or think about a next move in a business venture, or just walking around literally on a phone. I'll walk around pacing here. It's just my space. You know, dependent on whatever I have going on, I somehow find myself back here, and somehow a lot of the answers to my life gets answered in here. And it might sound a little weird, me saying that, but I think that's what a home away from home should feel like, even though this is a home attached to my home. It's something where it allows me to kind of be just stress-free and kind of let my brain run, and it somehow leads me to where I need to be majority of the time. And I always recommend somebody doing that for themselves, making a home away from home, a oasis, somewhere they can be most comfortable in. And this is it for me. It might sound weird, but it's something about iron, man. It's something about the iron. It gets me going. But all in all, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. It was, again, highly requested, but I wanted to make sure I was a little bit more detailed in some of the whys and the aspects behind it. Overall, this gym in itself cost roughly $15,000 when it was all said and done. Granted, a lot of the things in here were bought brand new. Didn't necessarily have to be the case for you guys, but if you guys have any specific questions about any specific detail of the gym that I didn't highlight, or you want to know more about, let me know. We have an awesome sponsor, Better Bodies, who again sent us a lot of these equipments and a lot of these pieces that help bring my vision to life. So if you guys are interested in checking them out, we'll attach the link below. You guys can use code ALEXTOPLYN at checkout. I'll be honest with you guys, right now I'm in a trial period with them, and I want to make sure that I can show them my value. And if you guys are at home, you're in need of a space, a home gym set up yourself, I highly recommend checking them out. You can find a lot of value in that and save some money while doing it and help and support your boy. But outside of that, guys, I'll see you guys in the next video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Ask your questions below. Send this to somebody you know who wants to build a home gym. And again, stay tuned. This is just the beginning.